boys in the booth. Talking on the ball, you know we spitting the truth. Rub and fight hard, showing love for the game. Owls in the sky, play for more than the fame. Play sharp on the field, eager to rise. Leads chance loud, I see a devoted lives. Barnsley Bridge Warriors.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sunday night Sunday Service Football Edition with me, your host, Phil the Forest Special. So tonight we've got 4 wonderful guests on. We've got a very happy man in the top, well, in my top left-hand corner. We've got a slightly happy man in my top right-hand corner. We've got a happy Turbo Tom in the bottom left, and we've got good old Mers. My security for the evening, just to keep control of Mr. Bush and his happy ways. So we're going to go whiz round, go say hi to everybody, and then we'll get stuck straight into tonight's show. Bushy, I'm going to come to you first because I know you're happy as anything. You've had a cracking weekend, mate. Tell the viewers all about it.
What a weekend. So it started off perfect. Early kickoff, Forest gets splattered. They get the manager sacked. And I'm buzzing because I predicted it. I'm like, call me Mystic Meg. Just call me Mystic Meg.
More like Mystic Brickstick.
Go on to the afternoon game. I predicted it again. I said we beat Leyton Orient. They were all over me, their fans. We'll see you at 5 o'clock. I didn't see no Leyton Orient fans at 5 o'clock. They'd gone running for some tube somewhere. Again, I predicted it. Mystic Mac. I'm the man. Yeah? And then on to the big game, biggest game in Britain, biggest game in Europe. And again, I said Liverpool will not beat Man United. I called it. I said the best they can hope for is a 1-1 draw. But I think United could nick it. And nick it we did. So what a weekend. And then to top it off, I had a little follow request from my boy Jordan Hugel. So it's been a fantastic weekend. I can't complain. I'm happy. The only thing that's not happening is the sun's not shining, but it'll shine when Sean Dyche gets the Nottingham Forest job and confirms Forest to relegation back to the Championship. Thank you for having me, Phil.
Look at him. Look how smug he is. Oh, I can't wait to wipe that smug off your face again, once again. We'll come back to you in a bit. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Please drop some comments in, get interacting with us, and then we can discuss everything that's been happening this weekend on football. So, top right-hand corner is a semi-happy man. John, how are we going, John?
Yeah, mixed emotions. One good result, one bad.
Tell the viewers, mate. Tell the viewers all about it.
As Lee has elaborated, Rotherham had a great win against our good friends Leyton Orient. You'll be very happy to hear that, Phil, with your history of their fans. And obviously, the result against Brighton wasn't too good for Newcastle. So, yeah, mixed bag.
Unlucky in the end, I think.
But I am happy for my fellow co-host over here, smiling away, because I did say 2-1. I did say 2-1 Man United, so I'm glad to be proven right.
And how are we doing, Tom? Tom's on the tenants tonight, Sunday night. Why not? Let's have a beer. How are we doing, Tom?
Every night. That's maybe. Yeah, really good. Yeah, excellent. We won yesterday, and there's been some very interesting results in the 92. So. Let's get discussing them and over the Millers, and let's have a good chat. Cheers.
Fantastic. And finally, my good friend and security for the evening, Mr. Mersgoth himself.
I'm not too bad. I don't want to bring up the fact that we're top of the table, right? Come on.
Oh, you will bring that up. No end tonight, I'm sure. So, in the comments, we've got no comments at the minute, but please, guys, please send us your comments in. Tell us what you think. Tell us how you think your team have done over the weekend, and let's get something for us to chat about. So, we're going to go straight in, and we are going to start with the Premier League. So we're going to look at the games today and yesterday, and I believe there was a game on Friday as well.
No,
and
tomorrow.
Discuss the. Oh yeah, it's the game tomorrow, isn't it? Discuss what's happened. So I'll go through the scores, and then we'll have a chat about some of those games. So yes, it was Nottingham Forest 0, Chelsea 3. Absolute thrashing at the City Ground by Forest, and then coincidentally, 18 minutes later, Big Ange gets fired. So we'll talk a little bit about that, but obviously most of that's going to be on our Thursday night show. We've also got Man City 2, Everton 0. So Everton weren't able to fire on anything there, and Haaland slapping 2 home for Man City. We've got Sunderland 2, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Big win for Sunderland, as always. Would expect against Wolverhampton anyway. We've got an unlucky loss for Newcastle at Brighton. It was Brighton 2, Newcastle 1. A massive game that was Crystal Palace versus Bournemouth.
Yeah.
It's in 3-3 in the end. Fantastic game played there. A cracking win for Burnley. A lot of our Leeds counterparts were not happy and have been a bit quiet on the WhatsApp in the last 24, 48 hours. So Burnley beat them 2-0. And then the last game yesterday was Fulham-Arsenal. And Arsenal managed, thank you to Trossard, winning 1-0 away at Fulham. Today's games, we've had Tottenham 1, Aston Villa 2. Up the Villa, they're doing really, really well. And then, as we've spoken about already, the Manchester United-Liverpool game, which finished. How did that finish, Bushy? I'm sure you're going to tell me again. So it finished.
Oh, man, you know how it finished.
It obviously finished Man United beating at Anfield 2-1.
Bin Dippers 1.
Bin Dippers
Manchester
1.
United 2, Bin Dippers 1.
And then there is
Fantastic.
one game. There's one game played tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and it is West Ham United versus Brentford. So we've got some comments in already before Bushy starts gloating a bit more. We have got in Andrew Trust, he says, is this you again, Bushy? You know what? I'm going to address that before we move on. I am going to address that. So I put in Andrew Trust, okay? And I said that on Thursday. And that's because on Thursday, he was our manager. I made it very, very clear that I do not think Ange was the right manager for Forest. However, being a Forest fan, you have to back your manager. Doesn't matter if you're shouting, you're getting sacked in the morning. You have to give the manager your support. You've done it, Bushy, through the bad times with Amorim. You guys have done it. I know you mouth off about Hampshire and stuff like that, but you still go to the games, you still watch it, you still support it. At that point, I still felt that Ange had something to give. And to be perfectly honest, if it hadn't been, if the game had continued the way that the first half did in that game, I think we would have been all right, and Ange would have probably kept his job. I think the fact that we had a terrible second half, that nailed it. But at that point on Thursday, in Ange we trust, yes, I did say that, and that's because I had the manager's back. Now that he's gone, we're now free to choose, speculate who our next manager will be.
No, I do agree with you, to be fair, Phil, because I think as a football fan, you always have to support the team. You should never be manager FC. You should support the team, win, lose, or draw. You don't have to agree that the manager is the right man for the job. I mean, we've won a few on the bounce now, but the games I expect us to win. Am I saying Matt Amshore's going to get us promoted? No, I don't think so. Am I saying he's the right man for the job? I'm still not sure. I'm not convinced. The big test, which I said to the people, I expect us to beat Leyton Orient. I expect us to beat a team in League Two. I expect us to beat Northampton Town. The big test comes when we go away to Barnsley, and if we go there and get splattered again, then the cycle continues of there is no improvement. This team should be near the top of the table. There's no question about it. And it's the same with Man United. I've actually backed Amorim. I had lost my patience with him a little bit at some stage because sometimes managers do things that you just can't work out why they're doing them. And sometimes I think, Phil, in fairness, I watched your pre-match and you said in that, is Ange sacking himself?
Yeah.
With his team selection.
So we spent £180 million during that transfer window.
Wow.
And during that game, £130 million of that was sat on the bench.
Yeah. And
Wow.
we had a similar...
You're playing Chelsea at home when you are fighting for relegation and £130 million of your brand new signings are currently sat on the bench. What? And that's what I meant by that's what I meant by it looks like he's trying to sack himself.
Your most consistent strikers on the bench that's been scoring goals for you in Wood.
Yeah.
So for me, that was baffling. But we had it with Amarin. I mean, today I was shocked that he left Sesko out and played Mount instead. Mount played well. Yeah. The manager got that call right. But yeah, I think sometimes you always have to support your team regardless of who's the manager. End of the day, the club will be there long after we're alive or the managers have been alive. The club continues. So you should always support the team. But yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Phil.
Just on.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to read comments?
So Poppy's online tonight. How are we doing, Poppy? Brutal that, Phil. You ready for Sean Dyche? We'll talk about that on Thursday. Obviously, by then, I'm in anticipation that we will probably have signed a new manager by then. And then we'll have the discussion from there. I've got my own choices at the minute, and I know who the front runners are. Yes, obviously, Sean Dyche is one of those front runners, not necessarily my first choice. So we'll talk about that on Thursday. Bournemouth are flying high at the minute. How are they so high? Clivert and Semenyo, simple as. Right, moving on. No one likes Burnley. Let's not mention that nonsense. Well, we will because we know that you're a Leeds fan, Poppy, so we'll rub that one in. Dave Bears, evening, lads. Dave Bears, used to be your friend, Dave. Forest are going down. To be fair, Ange did have something to give. He gave Chelsea 3 points. Dave Bears, what are you on to? Has somebody given you something? Somebody told you to be like this tonight. You horrible, horrible man. Bez is brutal tonight. Yes, he sure is. And the Pep Empire, no stopping Haaland. Another 2 goals for him to this week.
3 points behind you, lad. United are coming for you.
So let's have a look at some of those games. Obviously, Bushy, we know about tonight's game, and no doubt that will come up again and again and again throughout the night. So, John, I want to go to you, mate. Brighton 2, Newcastle 1.
Yeah, it's. I'm just happy that Watermelon's in my FPL.
Yeah. Scored again.
It's a typical tale of I feel like we've gone to their. Even last year we went to their ground and we really struggled actually. Away at Brighton, they seem to be. Mers likes to use this term bogey team, quite a lot. They do seem to be top trumping us a little bit, but I feel like the way Eddie Howe sets up, he's very. He sticks a bit like Matt Hamshaw. He'll just stick with the same formation continually, and it's not working with the high press. And I tell you who has struggled for us, Phil, your old player, Mr. Elanga, who really, really struggled for us. And I don't know if it's because it's a different pace of game, whereas we will press from really high up from, the front three. And I don't know too much about Forest pressing from the front, but I don't know if he's ever done that for Forest. And I think his distribution's been well off as well. Do you know what I mean? Like the balls in have been a bit, but then he goes and plays for Sweden and he has a cracking game.
One of those, isn't it? I think with a lot of players, they have the good games, they have the bad games. There's a few players that are that kind of solid consistency. I don't really know what to say about it, to be honest. Elanga's like, dead to me now. So, you've left Forest. See you later, mate.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like, you could see he had the highest XG for goals created for Forest, and he hasn't created one goal he's created for Newcastle. Yeah. It's like a night and day kind of, and I'm wondering if it's the style of play Newcastle have, obviously, compared to Forest. But I just wish, and I'm shaking my head and I'm just going, Eddie Howe, just try something different. Don't go like the 4-3-3. Don't keep going this, like we keep passing it too many times down the wing, or just have a shot. It's I think as a football fan, you want to. I think Rotherham did it on Saturday too many times as well. You just pass. You just want to get a shot on goal. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it'll come good.
Dave Bess has put, sounds like Newcastle not playing to Alanga's strengths.
Potentially.
And then Mers has dropped a nice little comment in. Alanga isn't that special that Newcastle should pay to Alanga.
Yes, thank you, Mers.
To be perfectly honest, Mers, I agree with your comment. I don't think any player should be this.
No, I would say it depends on the team and the quality of the player. Like, if you're looking at Newcastle, I feel like Newcastle should be playing more to Walter Mady or to Anthony Gordon, like via them and their strengths, rather than to like Alanga. I feel like Alanga's the third best player in that attack, basically.
But Mers, how's your record striker doing? Because ours is 5 in 8, mate. So,
I mean, I make my comments about Gyökeres very well known. I didn't rate him very much when we first signed him. I don't feel like he is an Arsenal style player. I think when Havertz comes back, as I said, during the Fulham game, I think when Havertz comes back, I think Gyökeres might start getting rotated out a bit more, and then suddenly you'll start seeing a bit more in terms of open play goals suddenly come in.
So where does it leave Newcastle at the minute then, John? Where are you in the table?
Struggling. I said to I was chatting to Dan, obviously, off Poddy, and I was like, I feel like I think we might even struggle to get. I could name 8 teams that would finish above Newcastle to get Europe again this season, and I think we will really struggle to get Europe, even with Wissa coming back soon.
So, and do you blame that on the transfers that you've had during the summer? What?
A bit of. I think back to Eddie Howe's a great coach, right? I wouldn't want. He suits Newcastle to a T. Nothing against him, but I think sometimes, you know, you can look at a team and think you could tweak it a little bit, just change something, do something different. And also the late recruitment, we had a lot of rejection, didn't we, in the transfer window? I mean, we brought in Watermelde or whatever you call him, and people were saying he wouldn't fit us, but he really is suiting us, our team quite well, actually.
Do you know what? Of all the transfers that happened, there's 2 players that come to mind that I go, actually, they were good signings for those clubs. One being Watermelon for you, and then the other one being Grealish for Everton. I think those two players have probably been some of the best transfers across. I'm not taking away Mbeumo from Man United because, again, I think Mbeumo fits in that bracket as well. But actually, looking at the performance of some of the players, particularly like some of the Liverpool players, they've been real flops. And some big players have been real flops.
Birds, for example, or Isak.
Straight away, Isak, Frimpong even. Yeah. They've been flops. And we've all had flop players, haven't we? You know, every team that we've always got them. But I feel as though there's been a heightened version of that this season, where, you know, people have put all this pressure on these big names like Šeško and Wirtz and so on and so forth. And actually, they've done sod all, really. You know, they've done nothing.
Yeah, but it was a very inflated transfer window as well, wasn't it, to be fair?
It was, yeah, massively. What about yourself, Mers? Obviously, a nice 1-0 win against Fulham. Do you think that was mediocre for Arsenal? Do you think that was deserved for Arsenal? You know,
I'd say Fulham played very well in that first half. They had a lot of good opportunities. I think the thing that let down Fulham quite a lot is they didn't get a shot on target, which is yet another game like that Arsenal defense. Stopping an opposition team having a shot on target so far this season. Like, we're looking fantastic defense, and that's what we're doing right now, having a great defense and just needing to get like a set piece goal yet again as well. We are the kings of set piece goals.
Mers, can I ask the question? Do you watch American sports?
I watch American football.
I thought you did. You keep saying defense. That's all. Yeah.
Defense.
The quietness. We'll get that one cut. I think what he meant by that, Mers, was you were saying defense instead of defense. That kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Sorry,
Defense.
Mers. Apologies, pal.
I think that pint of Tenants has gone to Tom's head.
No. Defense, and defense. That's why I asked if Mers watches American sports.
American football.
Yeah.
She does, which is a
There you
shame.
go.
But we'll get into that another day.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with American football. It's quite a good sport if you go to it, personally. But yeah, no. In terms of obviously getting the set piece goals, great. Would be nice if Gyökeres could get some goals, but I feel like at the moment, the main things I'm noticing with Gyökeres is he's not necessarily standing in the right places or making the right runs to get those shots off. Like a lot of the shots that you did see yesterday, he was either very, very close to that goal line and facing in the wrong kind of direction that he's having to try and turn and get the shot off. He's not facing to. He's not like doing the Haaland right now. He's very similar, I would say, in terms of profile to Haaland. And it's one of those situations, like I was saying with Man City, you got to play to Haaland's strengths. And it's probably Arsenal not playing to Gyökeres' strengths, which is why I'm saying he doesn't seem to fit the Arsenal or the Arteta profile, because I don't think we would ever play to Gyökeres' strengths, because we like getting the set pieces, we like wing play and stuff like that. We don't really play direct football.
No.
Mers, on that one though, pal, right? You're talking about a centre forward. Who was your last centre forward?
Giroud style player would actually fit us. I mean, I feel like Havertz is perfect for us. So yeah, we needed to sign a goal scoring player, but at the same time don't necessarily need that because of the fact that we get goals from set pieces. Saka chips in with goals. You got other players chip in with goals as well. So it wasn't necessarily critical. I think squad depth was the main thing that we needed to improve upon this season, and we've done that, and we're getting the wins, and we're looking like the best team, I would say, in the Premier League at the moment.
But Mers, just on that.
Yeah.
So obviously you've said, we're getting our set piece goals, which is nice. But and I don't mean this in a rude way at all. Arsenal aren't moving mountains, though, are they? A little bit like Liverpool last season. Yes, Liverpool won by quite a margin, and then everybody was commenting this season, we think Liverpool's going to win again, but it's going to be a lot tighter. Obviously, Arsenal sitting top. They're doing very well at the minute, but they're not wow. And I don't mean this in a rude way. The football's not wow. Yeah, it's not ping, amazing football. Do you think that could have an effect on Arsenal as it goes through the season, as maybe some other teams turn into this wow factor, and with the fact that you haven't, Wirtz isn't where he should be, and so on and so forth. So not that some of your players aren't where they should be, so on and so forth. Do you not think that that's going to have an effect on where Arsenal actually finish at the end of the season?
No, I don't think so. I think you don't always have to play wow football to go on and win the Premier League. You don't. Thinking about someone like Mourinho, for instance, right? You don't always think wow football with Mourinho, but he always did the job when he was at Chelsea to win the title. And what was the main reason and how he won the title? Through defense.
Defense
again. There you go.
Sorry.
Carpet.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know if it's me, and I don't know if any of the other panels or anyone in the chat agrees with this, but we were talking about it last week about the different leagues and actually where the exciting football's coming from, because we all pay to watch the football. Some of us go to the games. Some of us got season tickets. We all do our own little bit to watch the games. in some way, shape, or form. Do we feel at the minute that we're not really, even if your team lose, you still enjoy the game and so on and so forth? Do we feel at the minute that, particularly in the Prem, that the football's just a little bit meh?
Bit beige. It's a bit beige.
Yeah.
I feel like there's been a lot of good games this season. Whatever games I've been trying to watch on TV, I wouldn't say there's been any boring games. Like even like the Arsenal game, it's 1-0, but we still had our fair share of opportunities. Like yesterday, we had like 16 shots, 5 of them being on target, 1.887 expected goals. We probably should have had a penalty as well in that game. To be fair, when Kevin fouled Saka inside the penalty box.
He didn't foul him. Nonsense. He did not foul him.
He did.
Absolute nonsense. Talk about that on Thursday. Nonsense.
Yeah. We'll talk about it in depth on Thursday.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's just something that was like just cropped to my mind a little bit. I mean, like I said, we were talking about it last week, and I don't know what it is. I mean, I love football, but I like exciting football. I don't like sitting there and watching game after game after game with all these millions and millions of pounds worth of player and just getting a meh. You know what I mean? And I'm not talking 16-17 as a score, but I'm talking some sort of actual wow. That is.
Yeah, do you know what that situation needs?
You have to blame Pep.
You have to have the
blame Pep.
You will have to have something similar to La Liga, where you only have a handful of clubs with the money, and you got drosh teams that can easily be walked over.
I don't even think it's that, Mers. I think it's the style of football that's in the Premiership. Jack Grealish is a prime example. So rather than beat a player now, players will check back inside, lay it back. You don't see players like you used to that had run at players, get people off the seats, really just go at teams. You don't see it anymore. It's all recycled, play it back from the back.
That's down to managers and owners.
Football, and it's been like that since Pep came. So I blame Pep. He's destroyed the Premiership.
I disagree. I feel like I said someone asked me about players and flair and stuff, and I said using Anthony as an example, he's probably one of those players, and Neymar being probably another one. In recent years, they're the only type of flair players you're going to get, and the main reason is because managers won't like it, because if they go and do a fucking 360-degree spin and lose the ball, and then the team goes and counterattacks and scores a goal from it, the manager's going to be like, why are you doing that shit? Like, you shouldn't be doing it. I think
you can still be disciplined. You look at Ryan Giggs, he had all the flair in the world, but he was disciplined. You've got to be disciplined. But the thing is, with the football to this day, it's not as enjoyable as when you watched it years ago. I think anybody can tell me differently. We've got Haaland, who's probably the best player in the Premiership, goal scoring wise. Everything else, he couldn't get in a park team. The rest of his game is absolute pony, but he scores. But to watch him, you wouldn't put him alongside a Maradona or a Cristiano Ronaldo or a Messi. Nowhere near that level. Not even close.
I think it's maybe a bit of a talking point for Thursday night, this one, because we could go on for hours based on this. A few comments coming in. Dave Bears, one for Phil. Was Alanga that good for Forest? I thought he was overrated personally. No, I didn't. I thought he was a good, solid player for Forest. There's other Forest players that are way overrated compared to Alanga. I thought Alanga brought something to the team and brought something to the squad. So, no, I don't think he was overrated. It was a good business decision to let him go. Just like the rumours of some of the other players that might be leaving in January. I think it's good business, and that's how I see that one. Pep Empire, not everyone fits the style. Look at Grealish at Everton, doing well, but didn't look up to it at City. Maybe that's something to do with Pepe Bushy.
Pep's coached the life out of him, mate. Yeah. He's ruined the Premiership, that guy, with his nonsense.
Newcastle didn't sign their first 4 transfer targets, I think. I think that's Dave Bez, yeah. TK went to Liverpool, for example. Dave Bez, Jesus, can I have some of that drink Tom is having? Timu Haaland, I think that's what you were saying about Gokeres, Mers. Timu's version of Haaland. Okay. Dave Bez again, football isn't as exciting now as it was 20, 25 years ago. It wasn't. And that's I blame some of that on the money. I blame some of that on the managers and the chair people, absolutely. But, you just think, could do with a bit more, you know what I mean? And then loads of messages from the Pep Empire. I think these are all going to be aimed at you, Bushy. Blame Pep. We beat Burnley 5-0.
Wow.
Watch Doku, King. Doku's done sod all for a few weeks, actually.
He was absolutely slating Doku last year.
Yeah, I mean...
No end product. Like
Yeah.
Alanga. Wouldn't even get on Man United's bench.
King talking rubbish.
Talking rubbish, talk for predictions league.
Haaland does what he needs to do. Absolutely he does, but the rest of his game's boring. United have ruined more managers and players in last decade than most teams do in 100 years. So a bit of beef there between the Pep Empire.
But we didn't do it
and
cheating.
King Bush.
Can I just, before we move on, Phil?
Yes, Tom.
And this is going to surprise a few people because I'm a Newcastle fan. Big
Don't
shout
get
out to
out.
some. No, big shout out to Sunderland, by the way. And I said I'm not at all against Sunderland. They're really showing that they can pull up some trees this season.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Sunderland are doing really, really well. Let's hope it continues for them.
Who said they were going down? Somebody said they were going down in our group.
Not sure.
I think I
And
said it
Everton,
at
I
one
told
point,
you
mate.
Everton
Few of
were going
us
down.
did.
I tell you who are going to go down. I'll tell you now. You've got an exclusive.
Leeds.
You ready? Leeds United are getting relegated.
Oh, Leeds. I thought he was going to say Forest.
Bookmark it.
Right. Well, I think we all agree Wolves are.
Yeah.
No doubt in that. Do we think West Ham have got enough in them?
I think
Yeah,
Nuno
they
them
have.
out of that relegation zone.
It will all be seen. It will all be seen later on in the season. Right. I want to get us a move on. We've spent more than enough time there on the Premier League. I want us to now move on to the Championship. So some fantastic games in the Championship this weekend. Our resident commentary fan could not make it this evening due to his having far too much fun out on a night out with mates. So we are going to briefly talk about the Championship and continue to talk about how amazing commentary are doing at the minute. And again, another win for them this weekend. So Friday we had Middlesbrough versus Ipswich, and it was Middlesbrough 2, Ipswich 1. So another nice win there for Middlesbrough, sitting up nice and high. Then yesterday we had a number of matches. We had QPR against Millwall, and Millwall finished that 2-1. We had Oxford United 1, Derby County 0.
Phil.
Yes.
Again, put some respect on the King Busher's name. Did I not say but Derby are going to struggle and get relegated? Yes, I did. The third bottom.
So did I, mate.
Talk to me. Bush is talking crap, though. Yeah, but they're not saying you're talking crap in the chat.
No, they just come. No. What they do, what the Derby fans do, is they come at me because they know I'm a Forest fan. They come at me. Now, yes, okay, Forest aren't doing very well, but don't matter what manager we get, we'll survive. We'll survive. People go on about Sean Dyche. People go on about this. We'll survive. Where's Derby at the minute? Derby,
yeah,
bottom
exactly.
three?
They're exactly where we said they would be, Phil.
Exactly.
We both said it, didn't we?
Yeah.
And for some reason, the internet's down in Derby. I've seen no Derby fans for months and months. Probably they're in the wellies shagging the sheep or whatever they do down in Derby.
Mate,
But they're not coming at me, are they?
I
Oh,
saw a
and
post
Sheffield
the other
Wednesday
day,
lost.
Bushy, I saw a post. I think it was a post either this morning or late last night, and it was a Derby fan saying this manager does not know what he's doing.
Oh, it was brilliant when the sack won. Oh, he's going to be the remember. Not only did their fans say we was wrong, they said they were going to get promoted. They were going to challenge the playoffs.
The problem is I think at Derby it ain't just the manager. It ain't just down to that manager. Them players are playing awful. It's awful football, and it's hard to watch. It really is. I mean, I'm loving it because it's Derby and whatnot, but it's hard to watch as honestly. Some of their passes are sloppy. Some of their defence is absolutely atrocious. And I mean, to lose against Oxford United, who, they're down there as well, then they're 19th. Oxford, I think a lot of people wrote Oxford off at the beginning of the season, said, no, they'll be going straight back down to League One. And look, they're beating the likes of Derby County, who, were up there fighting for playoffs last season. So, Derby are just...
they nearly went down last season as well, Derby. They finished near the bottom.
I'm talking in the last few seasons sort of thing.
No, but the fans were claiming they was going to get...
Oh, yeah, the fans were going mad for it. The fans were going mad for it.
And I said, you're going to struggle again. I think you could potentially go down. And that's what's happening. Obviously, Sheffield Wednesday, they're bottom, they're down. I mean, I think they're going to get points deduction as well at the minute. Sad what's happening there. Transere's still there. I don't know how the football regulator hasn't come in and forced him to sell the club, because I believe the players haven't been paid again. It's ridiculous, really. And I hate Sheffield Wednesday, but I don't think it's right what's happening to them.
Some of the other scores were Southampton 0, Swansea 0. Bit of a boring game there. Coventry again under Lampard 2-0 over Blackburn. Absolutely flying high. I think Tottenham are Coventry are definitely coming up next season. I think that's without a shadow of a doubt. They're just outplaying the league massively. West Brom 2, Preston 1, Stoke 1, Wrexham 0. I think the wheels have finally fallen off at Wrexham. Sheffield United did beat Watford 1-0. So a nice little win there for United. But again, they're down there at the bottom. Charlton 2, Sheffield Wednesday 1. Another smashing against Wednesday. And again, I think that's more of that is to do with what's going off behind the scenes. Interesting one there. Birmingham 2, Hull 3. I know that was one of our games that was in our feature presentation. And I think most of us went for a Birmingham win on that. So for Hull to snatch a win over Birmingham there, 3-2, absolutely fantastic for them. Norwich 0, Bristol City 1. And then the final game yesterday was Leicester City 1, Portsmouth 1. So leading as the standings at the minute at the top of the table, obviously it's Coventry at the top, flying high there on 22 points, with Middlesbrough just behind on 21 points. But Coventry's goal difference is 22, whereas Middlesbrough's is 7. So it just shows the outclass that Coventry are at the minute. Stoke in 3rd and Leicester in 4th. And then down at the bottom, we've got Sheffield Wednesday, Sheffield United, Blackburn, and Derby just there on 21st. Anyone want to comment on any of those games?
What I want to say, Phil, actually, is I think the winding up order at Hillsborough, and in particular Sheffield Wednesday, is actually a blessing in disguise. I think most Sheffield Wednesday fans will accept they're going to get relegated this season. What happens with this winding up order is administrators will come in, they will get the 10, 12-point deduction, and yes, they will get relegated to League One. However, it will force the owner to sell, which is a means to an end. You've got to look at the bigger plan. So this winding up order, and I might be wrong, and please, Sheffield Wednesday fans, tell me if I am wrong. You must be happy that this is about to happen in a weird way.
Is that what that means then? That because I didn't understand it. Is that what he has to sell then?
When it goes to administrators, John, yeah, they come in and then look at the club, and obviously they need to be paid.
Yeah. So what happens basically? Yeah. So what happens is the winding up order goes forward. If that gets them passed through and everything, the administrators get assigned. The administrators then come in and they seize all. Basically, how it works is they seize everything. So no more money goes in, no more money comes out, nothing happens. And they spend usually a week or so going through everything and working out, right, where are we at? What's happening? Where's it going to go? They will then take their cut, which is usually in the region of 20 to 23% of assets. So it is quite a high chunk. They then make sure that obviously any people that work for the business are sorted out. So in terms of players and that category. And then basically, because it being a football club, what they then do is they look at what it's worth as a club, and they pretty much auction it off to the highest bidder. Basically,
Well,
say,
imagine that they auction it off to the highest bidder, Phil.
Yeah,
and the highest bidder is King Bush.
You're gonna go for it, Bushy. You're gonna go for it.
I might just buy it to relegate them again from League One to League Two. And put them through more misery. Well, how about that?
I'll come out and say something on this. And there's been a few more comments about the Derby fans and so on and so forth. As a Forest fan, yes, we hate Derby fans. Yes, we hate Derby County, so on and so forth. However, and I think I can count for probably about 70% of the Derby fans, when Derby went through their terribleness with their chairman and the fiasco that happened with their chairman, I genuinely felt for Derby because it wasn't their fault. It wasn't the players' fault. It wasn't the manager's fault. And it definitely wasn't the fans' fault that it was happening. It was down to greedy, stupid chair people like Sheffield Wednesday having. So I like your comment, Bushy, all day long. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, just send them down because you don't like Sheffield Wednesday. However, in the big picture of it all and in the seriousness of it all, I wouldn't want to see something so bad happen to a club based on one idiot who thinks he's got this power over everybody else. It's just not right.
No. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but the same token, those fans were mocking Rotherham when we went through it. They mocked Derby when they went through it. But at the same token, I don't want to see Sheffield Wednesday go bust. I want them to get relegated, but that's through losing football matches. It's nothing to do with the money. They've lost football matches. It's that simple. But
what I'm saying is, as a chairman, as you being the new chairman of Sheffield Wednesday, you're going to put yourself in that same situation. I hope you're still going to pay the players, though, aren't you?
No, I'll pay the players. Yeah. But how I'll pay the players is I'll charge what they're paying now for season tickets. I'll triple it. So they're paying the players. And I don't have to pay anything.
Anybody that works for Sheffield Wednesday, any of the administrators that are thinking, we're going to roll on 23% of Sheffield Wednesday's assets here. King Bush has come out before and he said he's willing to buy Sheffield Wednesday. Yeah.
Just imagine the logo, though.
They'll probably get relegated, but he will buy Sheffield Wednesday. You all heard it here, live on KB Terrace Talk. King Bush
I'll buy them.
Buy Sheffield Wednesday Football Club.
Just imagine a big logo on the front.
And then I'll buy them Dexter Blackstop up front.
Bushy, not only are you a Man United fan, and a Rotherham fan, and a Leeds fan, and deep down inside you're a Forest fan. We all know it, really. The abuse you give them, it's a love-hate relationship. You now also love Sheffield Wednesday.
No, apparently Sheffield Wednesday fans have got it in their head that I actually like them. It's weird. And I've got a lot of Sheffield Wednesday fans that follow me. They actually think I'm going to be their saviour.
We all think you've admitted it, mate. You've admitted it live on this show that you're going to be
I've never supported Leeds. Yeah, let me get that clear. I definitely never supported. I didn't even know Forest had a football team when I come to live in Nottingham. Honestly, they didn't even have I never saw any shirts. As soon as I got to Premiership, Phil's got a Forest shirt. He's never had a Forest shirt for the last.
Mate, I'll go grab my one out from 2009. Yeah, 2002.
No, all
I'll go grab my one from that if you want.
I'm being brutally honest. I didn't see any Forest shirts when I come. I was like, a Forest still got a football team? They're like, yeah, we're just plod along in the Championship. And then I went to watch Rotherham there. The stadium's half empty. And I'm like, and then there's old washed out pictures of old cups that they've won on the stadium, but it's washed off from the sun. Bizarre place. But then they got to the Premiership. All of a sudden, everywhere
you know something, Bushy? You were actually starting to make sense tonight, but right this second, You are talking the most tripe I've ever heard in my life.
Phil, you know it's true.
It's got a
You
good
would have
chippy though.
easily got a
The
ticket
chippy is
months
immense.
back. You struggle to get them now.
Say again, mate.
Like
I'm
a couple
saying
of
the
years ago,
chip is
when you
good.
was in the championship, you could go down on match day, get a ticket, and you could have leg room. It'd be like you're getting VIP treatment. You could put your leg across 8 seats, yeah? You go now to get a ticket, they're like, have you got membership? Have you done this? Have you done that? You're struggling to get a ticket. Where have these fans come from? The fickle fans, aren't they, that have just followed you onto the Premier League?
Well, no,
Everybody's got them. Man
I
City's definitely got them.
I think you've got to be very careful about what you say about fans, mate, because none of your fans actually live anywhere near in the vicinity of Manchester. So, you know, you've got to be careful about what you say about fickle fans, mate. Yeah? A few comments in on the Championship stuff. Everyone was happy when it happened to Leeds, though. The amount of rubbish people gave Leeds fans, one Leeds nearly being no more was a disgrace. Glad you remember Bushy as a Leeds fan, Phil. And finally, you're right there, Lee. I live in Nottingham and there was no Forest fans until they start. Poppy, you're going to be another one that's going to go on.
Exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Considering we are less than 2 months till Christmas, you lot are not going to be on my Christmas card list for much longer.
Going to be on a naughty list.
You're on the very naughty list indeed. Right, anything else to say about the Championship apart from well done country?
Yeah, just got to say about Leicester. They seem to be struggling. 5 draws in last 6 games.
Yeah, they're another meh team, aren't they?
And they're going to get a point deduction as well, Leicester. That's coming.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's going to be end up being this season or it might be start next. But if they end up in League One, you know, playing against the likes of Rotherham, although Rotherham,
Rotherham will be in the Championship next year. Again.
Oh, here we go.
Get ready for this.
Back-to-back wins, and now suddenly they're going to be...
win a couple of games on the bounce, mate, and it doesn't matter whether it's for Man United or it's for Rotherham. You win a couple of games on the bounce, and next minute they're this oracle club that you're gonna, you know, take over the world with.
Listen, we are the Manchester United of League One. Let's bear no bones about it, right? We're the Manchester United.
I'll tell you what, mate, you sound more and more like Goldbridge every day with your.
No, we are though. What I'm going to tell you is, like,
shout out to Goldbridge, by the way. I hope you're watching.
Yeah, I mean,
Carpet.
Yeah, carpet. But what I'm telling you is, Doncaster Rovers. Where are they? What are they saying tonight? They got spanked again.
Right, can we move
2-1
on then?
Northampton.
We'll move on to League One in a second. Mers, did you have anything else to say about Championship?
No. Just
Apart from Leicester falling off a cliff as well, and points deductions probably happening, but I think they're going to end up happening next season. Right, so League One. Let Bushy lose his head against Doncaster.
Right, so League One.
Let's go through the scores first. Let's quickly go through the scores.
Go on, then.
So Thursday was Huddersfield Bolton. Bolton won 2-1. Yesterday was Burton 0, Peterborough 1. Lincoln 1, Stevenage 0. And now again, that was one of the games in the feature presentation, and a lot of people backed Stevenage on that one. So a lucky win there for Lincoln. Rotherham 1, Leyton Orient 0. Stockport 1, Exeter 0. Luton 0, Mansfield 2. Another win there for Nigel Clough's team. Cardiff 2, Reading 1. Blackpool 1, Wycombe 1. Doncaster 1, Northampton 2.
Way.
Wigan 1, Port Vale 0. Bradford 2, Barnsley 2. And Plymouth 1, Wimbledon 2. And then we're into the next game. Game week on Tuesday with Reading and Northampton playing on Tuesday.
Before Bushy goes on to his rant, can me and Tom just have like our quick say?
Yeah, go on, John.
So, firstly, great win for Rotherham because Orient had won 3-0, 4-0 at home last week. So I'm glad we have established another 3 points. We will discuss more Monday Night Millers 8:00 tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Be there or be square. But what I'd like to say is because again, I think we're on the top row here. The three of us were talking about Doncaster being shite. The caravan, the Wi-Fi must have been moved on by the local councils because the gas cylinders have run out. Because where's the Doncaster fans? They're all quiet now. That's all I have to say. Doncaster fans, where are you?
I think Cole might live near the Doncaster fans if their internet keeps dropping out all the time. Tom, tell me a bit. What's your thoughts on League One games, Rotherham game? What else?
Well, yeah, okay. So yeah, we beat Leyton Orient 1-0. Great result, to be fair. But what I do want to say is that right, blah blah blah, generic shit. We put his bodies on the line. People were ill. Blah blah blah. We won, right? What I do want to say, right, at this channel, a lot of people are having a go at us because we were criticising the team when we were third bottom of the league, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and they're now saying, because we win a couple of games, oh, we're the haters now. And I had one, somebody called us spastics at one point, which
Wow.
which I don't like.
Wow.
So listen. Ever since we started winning, we've praised the team. We've been doing shit. We've not praised the team. We've been doing well. We've praised the team. Can't fucking win. Anyway, PG show. Up with the Millers. Happy with the result.
Tell you what, mate. Just come be a Forest fan. It's easier that way.
What?
It's easier that way. Just come be a Forest fan because we just support any manager we've got.
You got good, you know.
Bushy.
So I'm going to take this time to say this now. So just give me a moment of time, and I'm gonna put it out to you properly. So
Everyone stay
I'm going to
silent.
take this moment to apologise to absolutely fucking nobody. So I slagged the team off and the manager. We were third bottom in League One, playing the worst football I have ever seen. Yeah, ever. Worse. It was worse than under Danny Bergara, some of it. Absolute poke. We didn't look like we'd score a goal. We'd lost 5 out of 5 games. And what, do people want me to happy clap? No, it ain't me, mate. I call it out as it is. But I've got the balls and I'm brave enough to come on when the team have won and praise the manager and praise the players. Unlike the Burks that were happy clapping that Steve Evans got sacked, and they were, even when we played well and battered teams, they couldn't say we played well because they hated Steve Evans. I'm not manager FC. I couldn't care less if Amshaw stayed for the next 10 years. I couldn't care less if he got sacked tomorrow. Doesn't bother me whatsoever. I support Rotherham United. I'm not manager FC. I'm Rotherham United through and through. So if people want to come on, take a pop, you can have a pop. But I'm just going to make you look silly. I mean, somebody comes on with no picture, no profile. Ooh, he's got a big nose. I've got a big nose. My nose is beautiful. Your missus is probably playing with herself, looking at it every night, mate. You know what I mean? Like, realistically, come on. Are you really going to think I'm going to go?
This is the reason why we don't have King Bush on every week.
Like, am I going to get upset by some little Nesbits online that don't even show the face, don't even show the name? I'm King Bush. I'm here. You can come and say what you want to me. It's like water off a duck's back. Bosh, yeah? I predict the future. I'm Mystic Meg, yeah? Get ready because I'm predicting everything. You can't fault my record. And I come on, I beat journalists to breaking news stories, and still people want to hate me. What you hate me for? Because I'm so goddamn beautiful. Is that why you hate me? I don't know what's wrong with these people. But what I'm going to tell you is the King Bush is always right. I told you we would beat Liverpool. I told you we'd beat Leyton Orient. I told you Donny was shit and they live in caravans. And guess what? They live in fucking caravans.
Security, please take
That's
over.
me out.
Security, please take over.
Other than that, League One was a good week for League One, I think.
Other than that, I'm happy with the win. I'm buzzing, mate. I want us to win. I don't want us to lose. Do you know what I mean? What idiot wants us to go and lose football matches?
Ladies and gentlemen, please watch 8 o'clock tomorrow, Miller's Monday, where Bush will lose his head for another 2 hours and tell the whole world how amazing he is.
Better not be 2 hours.
Mers.
Yeah.
Just your views on League One.
Can Rotherham go back to losing just so that his ego deflates a bit? Can't be having it growing any further.
Mers, we've got a defense now, pal.
Defense!
Yeah, defense!
Defense. We got defense back.
I mean, during all the League One games, I think the biggest surprise for me is the Stevenage losing to Lincoln.
No, Lincoln are playing well, mate. Lincoln, don't disrespect Lincoln. I know they're like.
You're putting words in my mouth. I'm not disrespecting Lincoln. I'm just saying that Stevenage have had a better run of results than Lincoln have recently, and it was just a surprise.
No, look at the table, mate. Let's look.
The thing that hasn't been mentioned, the Barnsley goal for in that Bradford game, scoring
Absolutely,
in his own half.
Yes. What was it? How many yards was it?
I don't know how many. It was in his own half. So.
Yeah, it was in his own half. Absolute corking goal. I think we've been sharing it around our WhatsApp group. Yeah, no, absolutely, Mers. Just sharing that with everyone. The Barnsley Bradford game, absolute corking goal, straight over the keeper's head, straight into the back of the net. Lovely goal.
Lincoln are only a point behind Stevenage now.
Now,
well, Lincoln.
I'm not denying that.
That's how bad the league is. The three-fingered friends from Lincoln are like flying up the table, and then you've got Stevenage up there. You know what I mean? Like absolute.
Bushy, are you not afraid of ostracizing yourself from every city and town in the UK with the way that you talk about everyone?
Other than Rotherham and Manchester, the rest of England, UK is a dump anyway, isn't it?
I mean, Lincoln's beautiful. Lincoln's a beautiful place to go and visit.
It's got a cathedral there.
Yeah, it's got a lot going off at Lincoln. It's a beautiful place, mate.
Yeah, but the football team's crap, and the people have got 3 fingers.
Hold on, I thought you just said they were. Don't write them off. They're
no, they are. Lincoln are doing well. I think they'll do well. Lincoln, to be fair, they are pulling up some good trees, but I think now Rotherham are going to take over the league.
Yeah, yes, Pep Empire. All WhatsApp friends. Yeah, we're all WhatsApp friends here. We all love each other. And one final comment there from Poppy was Bushy loves Hampshire now, wants to be friends with another podcast, I think. So, so anybody that's watching,
I praise the team when they win and I slate them when they don't.
Please log on Monday night, 8 o'clock for Miller's Monday, where they will have a Leyton Orient fan on as well. So the final league to look at tonight before we swiftly moving on. We've gone slightly over time, but we'll finish the show as we always do. So League Two, some really cracking games again, just as before in League Two. We've got Salford 1, Oldham 0, Cambridge 2, Bromley 1, Chesterfield 1, Fleetwood 1. So Chesterfield started doing okay, had a bad game, had a good game, and then got a draw again. Don't quite know what's going off there. Shrewsbury 1, Crawley 0. Bristol Rovers 1, Tranmere Rovers 4. Cracking win for Tranmere. Again, that was on our feature presentation. Milton Keynes 3, Crewe 1. Colchester 3, Harrogate 1. Grimsby 1, Gillingham 0. Barnet 0, Notts County 1. Accrington 4, Swindon 0. Walsall 1, Barrow 2. And Newport 0, Cheltenham 2. Anything to talk about on League Two, guys?
I just want to say I hope Chesterfield get promoted. I think they're 6th at the minute. Obviously, yes, at the weekend, but I would like to see Chesterfield get promoted.
Local team,
because it's just a local team. It's a good away day. But I think MK Dons now are starting to. I think they're starting to hit form. I think Paul Warren will get them promoted. Yeah. I think the second, but they're only a point behind Walsall at the minute. Walsall, to be fair, doing really well. But I think MK Dons will win that league.
Milton Keynes are 2 points behind Walsall, mate. But yeah.
But I think MK Dons will win the league.
Yes.
They seem, like you say, Paul Warren seems to be doing wonders at Milton Keynes. So I think you're right, mate. I think they're likely to be promoted. But yeah, then on the role reversal down at the bottom, you've got the likes of Newport, Crawley again, Cheltenham, Shrewsbury, Accrington, and Harrogate all down at the bottom there.
Just on Crawley, I actually see Steve Evans going back to manage Crawley and keep them up.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, something's got to happen, hasn't it? Because I think my initial predictions at the beginning of the season were Crawley were going to go down. I think a lot of people said the same. So I think they need a bit of a miracle, and like you say, maybe it's a manager that can keep them survived, rather than actually push for anything special. Just keep them up, as per se. Anybody else got anything to say about League?
Yeah, I agree with Lee. As I said last week, Warren will get MK Dons up as champions, and then depending on the investment, they will challenge top of League One next season. And then it's probably a step too far for Warren in the Championship, as we've all seen before. But yeah, Walsall bottled it last year. Will they bottle it this year? Who knows? And I'll say every week, 3 teams should drop from League 2. That's it.
The Oracle has spoken. That is Turbo Tom. Anything, John? Anything, Mers?
Nah.
No, the cat's going schizo, sorry.
Just a quick one. Obviously, Miller's Monday tomorrow night. I just need to say it's a family show. Tom won't be showing his missus's bra, and Adam won't be naked.
Yeah. So for anybody that
Yes.
saw any of the clips of Miller's Monday, Tom did a wonderful little clip outside, and his missus's bra was hanging from the line at the time, which was in shot. And I think it was the aftermath report from Adam. He claimed he'd just got out the shower. But yeah,
I think he was still in the shower.
I'm glad he didn't back off from the camera at any point. Because I think my Saturday lunch may have come flying back up at that. Miller's Monday, always a good one to watch, always fun, especially when you've got such characters like John, Bez, Tom, Shelley, and Adam on the show, as well as obviously King Bush himself. So 8:00 tomorrow for Miller's Monday. Right, let's quickly go over last week's feature presentation, which was 4 games that happened, 1 in each league. There's 1 in the Premiership, 1 in the Championship, 1 in League 1, and 1 in League 2. And I set a target of choosing the scores for each one of those games, and the winner would win a prize. So I'm still waiting for the prize to be delivered. And there was 1 outright winner, and we'll go through that very, 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 very shortly. So there was 9. There was 9. Yes, there was 9 people that took part. They were John, our good old John in the top corner there. Mers was on. Myself, Tom, you were involved. GH was also involved.
Oh, if he's won, I swear to God.
Oh, God.
Mark, who can't make it tonight, he was involved. And Pep Empire, Poppy, and Rue also got involved.
All I'll say is good job I didn't get involved because I would have won it.
Oh, yeah.
Of course you would. So 0 points went to Mark, 0 points went to Pep Empire, and 0 points also went to Poppy. So that's what you get, Poppy, for slating Forest.
Ooh.
Then with 2 points were 3 of the current pundits that are currently sat in front of us today. So
Is it GH?
John got 2 points, Mers got 2 points, and Tom also got 2
Fucking
points.
GH.
Is it GH?
There was then 2 people that got a massive 7 points,
Oh, fucking
and
hell.
1 person who won with 10 points.
It's
Oh,
GH.
wow.
So the 2 people that got 7 points was myself and Rue, who's one.
Oh, fuck off!
Rue won't be watching. I don't
Jesus,
think
what?
Rue's watching because I think he's on holiday in sunny Benidorm. He told me not to say that, but I'm telling everyone he's in Benidorm.
Well
so
done.
the winner, and I hope he's watching. He couldn't make it tonight because Liverpool are shit. I mean, Liverpool lost. Was the wonderful, the one, the only GH Glory Hole.
Wow.
Oh my
You
God,
said you're
you
going to
guys-
personalize it. I
You
hope
guys
you
are going to
put
beat my glory
hole
hole.
on the.
Let that sink in.
So so it is a personalised item, and it will have glory hole across
I really hope it's a
the
dildo.
item. So once I get that item with me, now I know it's personalised. He's coming in on the chat. I'm here. Only got home 10 minutes ago.
Oh,
No
piss
way
off,
I
I
mate.
can't believe
Glory hole.
I
It's the
can't
only thing
believe
you're winning
you,
this season,
You
mate.
guys have let Glory Hole beat you, man. That's
And
your
Pop-
bull knowledge summed up.
Poppy's put, haha, Rue will hate you for that. He hates the place. Yes, I know he hates Benidorm, but I'm telling everyone.
What we should do, right, Phil? Announce Glory Hole winning with me just doing the Chelsea shirt to him. Simples. Done. Mic drop. Done.
Now, listen, the lad won. Let him have his glory because it's the only thing he's going to win all season. So
True.
Let him have his
True.
glory hole.
let him have his glory hole and eat it somehow. But, right, so this
His
week.
prize isn't Tom's missus's bra, is it?
No, it's not.
I don't want Glory Hole popping off with
It's
Tom's
not.
missus's bra.
Unless Tom's willing to donate it, I don't know.
Liverpool bar.
If he's up for that.
Let's not go down that road.
Okay, so this week's feature presentation, and anybody watching can get involved in this. All I need from everybody that's watching it is for you to contact me directly and let me know which games you're going to include. Okay? So, the competition this week is nice and simple. What I would like each one of you to do, including the viewers, is pick one game, any game you want that's being played in one of those league games next week. But I want one from each league. So one from the Premiership, one game from the Championship, one game from the League One, and one game from League Two. Okay? You will get 1 point for each goal scored. Doesn't matter who scores it, doesn't matter what team score it, you'll get a point per goal. The winner will be the person who gets the most goals scored in either of their games the following week. Yeah? So we'll count up all your scores, all your goals from that week, and the winner will then win a prize. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah?
What if the game's called off?
The only caveat is if in any of those games that you choose, a red card is shown, you lose all of your points for that game.
Don't pick Chelsea then.
So for you can pick whatever 4 games you want, get as many points as you want, but if a red card is shown in one of your games, you lose all your points for that game. So if it gets to the final score and it's 4-3, yeah, but Chelsea get a red card, like Mers said, then you will lose 7 points. You won't get those 7 points. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all I'm going to want from you guys, obviously, you guys can send me your games in WhatsApp, whatever you want, however you want to do it. Anybody that's watching the show, if you want to send me your games, you can send them me in the chat. You can send them me on any of our socials. So drop a hashtag on X. Drop it on TikTok, drop it on Instagram, whatever you want. Drop it onto any one of us, doesn't matter who, and tell us any 4 games. So it's got to be 1 game from the Premier League next week, 1 game from the Championship next week, 1 game from League One, and 1 late game from League Two. However, I need all of your scores in by the time Miller's Monday finishes tomorrow.
Oh, bloody hell.
So I need to know your teams by the time Miller's Monday finishes tomorrow. And that's only because there is a couple of League One and League Two games starting on Tuesday.
What if we just go on all week?
Well, if Bushy goes on with his ego, then yeah, it might be all week. So anybody in the chat that wants to get involved, please do get involved. Drop us a message, drop us a line, drop us anything on X, TikTok, Facebook, the lot.
Okay.
Tell me your 4 teams or your 4 games, should I say. Guys on here, anybody else in the WhatsApp chats, anything like that. We've got lots of WhatsApp chats. Anybody that wants to get involved, let me know. But I need to know your 4 games prior to the end of Miller's Monday, which is when, Bushy?
8 o'clock tomorrow. We've
Good
got
man.
a Leighton Orient fan on as well. He's part of the Leighton Orient podcast. They will be joining us for Miller's Monday, so that will be a really good show. So thank you to them for agreeing to come on despite them losing. So some people would probably swerve it when they've lost the game, but fair play to him. He's agreed to come on. So it will be a good show. And there'll be a lot of positivity. We when we win, we praise the team. We support the football team. If people want to direct their anger at me, that's absolutely fine. I can take it, but don't put John and Tom and everybody else. Don't have a go at them. Just you can have a go at me. I can take it. It's fine.
Bushy can take all the flack. Glory Hole's just popped a comment in, so we can pick midweek or weekend games too. Yes, Glory Hole. Any game that's happening within the game week. So the game week for League One, I think, starts actually on Tuesday. And I think for League Two as well, there's some games going off on Tuesday. So any games by this, basically, that should be played by this time on Sunday, so I can get everybody's scores.
So can you send the full contract over to Glory Hole so he knows exactly what's happening?
Phil, can you ring Glory Hole and give him Give him every rule and fine detail, please. Yeah, don't worry, Poppy, I will do that. Glory Hole at Poppy. No, I'm good now. Right,
He's had too many beers. GH has had too many beers.
It's the ringing in his ears of the Man United fans as he's leaving Anfield earlier on. That's what it is. It's playing with his mind.
He didn't go to Anfield. He went to the pub.
Please make sure that you Miller's Monday.
Can I just have a little set of Glory Hole?
You can, Mr. Buff.
Obviously, he's going to avoid Thursday night because Manchester United have spanked his little bin dipping football team. We've absolutely took him to the cleaners. I predicted it. He mocked me. He told me that it wasn't going to happen. They said I was talking nonsense. Our boys come, took over your town. You tried to steal the coach's wheels probably on the way home, but Manchester United have come, took the points, and we're only 2 points behind you. So all the money you've spent, your bin dipping manager will probably be the one to get sacked next.
And a final comment from Glorio. But I was sat next to a couple United fans in pub. Was fun. Not. Okay, so thank you for that, Bushy. Glory Hole is going to get absolutely destroyed on Thursday. No doubt there'll be some controversy with Forest on Thursday as well. Bushy's going to be sat there, pleased as punch, probably ripping into Carl a little bit just for being a Man City fan. So please, everybody watch the Thursday night show. That's also at 8:00. And don't forget, we will be back here on Sunday night. But I would like to finish on, as always, the lighter note. So tonight, I've asked the wonderful Turbo Tom to give his rendition of the lighter note for us. Something fun, something interesting, and the lighter side of football. Over to you, Tom.
Okay, so when you asked me to do this, I had three things that I thought that I might go with. I thought I might go with Champ Manager 102, or the time I met Ian Wright in a toilet, which I will save for another day. However, I'm going to go with this. A couple of you have probably heard this before, but believe it or not, 11 years ago yesterday, Rotherham United beat Leeds United 2-1 at the New York Stadium. Right? Now, I did not witness this game because, as some of you might know or do not know, I am a Navy veteran and I was a submariner. Submariner means, for those who don't know, I was on a submarine. So, I was at sea and I knew that Rotherham were playing Leeds. And we're at sea. I was in my off watch. Off watch means that I wasn't working. I was in bed, basically. And basically, the submarine I was on used to carry nuclear bombs. The nuclear bombs, Leeds United, Rotherham winning 2-1. Who knows? Who knows? So, anyway, so we used to tow this thing behind us called a buoyant wire aerial, which used to be able to pick up signals and, more importantly, a radio station on shore. And I was in my off watch. It was Rotherham 1, Leeds 1.
Do you want me to redo the moment for you, like it was on the radio?
Go on, Bushy.
Yeah.
Reminisce.
So the ball dropped over to Johnson Clark Harris, who's about 25 yards. He takes them, he shoots, it's the goal! Johnson Clark Harris! Rotherham United 2, Leeds United 1! Yeah,
So I was in my
Wow.
bunk.
Wow. Bushy, you took me back. I thought I was there. Mate.
So I was in my bunk because you could listen to the radio in your bunk madly, right? And I started going absolutely berserk in my bunk. 2-1. It was a really shit signal, as you can imagine, being 100 meters underwater. People woke up and punched the fuck out of me, to be honest with you. But do you know what? It was worth it. It was worth it. And yeah, that was 11 years ago and a day yesterday. So thank you, Johnson Clark Harris. Thank you, Rotherham United. Thank you, Steve Evans, for giving me a high on a really shit 4-month dived deployment. Up the Millers. Thank you, Phil.
Oh,
Great
Johnson Clark Harris. Oh, Johnson Clark Harris.
Thank you so much for that, Tom. That was lovely. Lovely to hear your little story there. Fantastic. I hope everybody in the chat enjoyed that. And knowing the fact that Tom was a submariner, you know, they all do funny things down in them submarines, don't they, Tom? So.
Oh, we do. Yeah. We kill people.
Can I just a quick one to Mers before I go?
Yeah.
United are coming for you, sunshine. Get ready.
Yeah, all right. What? Yeah. Whatever. Blah, 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 blah.
It's going to depend on the defense. Defense or offense.
Yeah, you don't have the best defense. And I've already selected my 4 games, by the way, for the.
Yeah, because you've been fucking typing them on the computer, getting your little stat sheet up.
It didn't work for him. He lost to Glory Hole last week. I'm not worried. The guy lost to Glory Hole last week. Anybody that loses to Glory Hole, I'm not even working hard at this one. I'm gonna do it with my eyes shut.
Can we just do a rendition of Mert? He's like clunking away. Exchange per game. Fuck off.
Just because it's about the facts. Mers likes the facts. Mers likes it.
I do. I like the stats. I'm carefully selecting the games.
But we shall see, Mr. Mers. We shall see.
One day that life-size Saka's gonna get legs and run out of the.
So we're coming to the end of the show. Anybody that wants to get involved in our feature presentation this week, drop me a message with your 4 teams, 1 from each league. 4 games, 1 from each league, and we'll count up the goals that are scored. Don't forget, though, caveat, if your team or if one of those games receives a red card, you will lose all the points for that game. And we'll count them up and hopefully have a winner for next Sunday. So, anybody else got anything else they want to say tonight?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I just want to say, this is on behalf of Rotherham United, all the people on Twitter, and I think Lee and John will agree, saying that, oh, you're quick to criticise but not quick to praise, right? Talking utter shit, right? Why are we going to praise people? Why are we going to praise a team in the bottom 3 of the league, right? And I will say this about John and Lee and myself and everybody else on our podcast, certainly Miller's Monday, we have praised these players. These people are aliens and weirdos, right? They just stay silent until things go right. So fuck off, right? Listen, we are praising the team. Anyway, PG show. Up the Millers.
I think it's a bit late for that one, Turbo Tom, tonight.
So Miller's Monday is going to be a bit of a lively one. So get ready.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we're coming for them idiots that say that we're just like doom-mongers.
I might even show an appearance just to wind up the Leyton Orient fan as well. So we'll see.
Honestly, Bushy, get Phil on. Sod it. Get him on.
Yeah, get it on.
But anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Thank you so much for all the comments coming in for the show tonight. Again, don't forget to enter our feature presentation. Thank you for everybody for being on the show tonight. We've had King Bush tonight. We've had Mighty John tonight. We've had Half Cut Turbo Tom tonight. And we've had top security, the main man, Mers. I've been Phil. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you all next Sunday, 8 o'clock.
Cheers, Phil.